You the new one, Jamie.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully.
And hey, y'all, what's up? What's poppin'?
What's going on?
It's your girl, Miss Mouthy,
Yeah, and it's your boy, Mr. Mouthy. What's going on, y'all?
and together we are
The
the
Mouthies.
Mouthies. And so we just wanted to come on and entitle this episode "A Love Letter to You."
To you,
To
not
you,
to you.
no, to you for real. I think it's important, especially in this climate where everything that's going on, is to remind people that they are loved. And then what I personally been going through, I just wanted to let you know how much I love and appreciate you and all the love and support that I've been getting. I really wanted to highlight that. And I think sometimes with how often people of our community leave tragically, it's a reminder that we need to give people their flowers while they're here. We need to love on people while they're here and let them know why they're here.
Absolutely, I agree, baby.
Yeah. So we'll kick it off with a moment of silence, and then we'll speak about these individuals and put tribute to them. So
Let's get it.
let's take a moment. All right. Today we want to pause for a moment of silence to honor the lives of Tahiri and Sam, two young transgender individuals whose lives were tragically cut short by senseless violence. Tahiri Bloom, a 29-year-old black trans woman, was shot and killed in Southfield, Michigan on February 9th. Known for her brilliance and her vivaciousness and her generosity, Tahiri was deeply loved by her friends and family, and she'll be remembered um, by her loved ones. The stark reminder of dangers faced by black trans women, particularly those in sex work.
And Sam Norquist, a black trans man from Minnesota, was brutally tortured and killed in upstate New York earlier this month. Despite his family's pleas for help, authorities failed to take their concerns seriously. Sam's death underscores the systemic negligence and lack of trust that many trans people feel toward law enforcement today.
Yeah.
As we remember Tahiri and Sam, let us reflect on the urgent need for safety, respect, and dignity for all trans lives. May their memories fuel our commitment to fighting against the hatred and violence that continue to threaten the trans community.
No, for real. How did it make you feel, babe?
Mm. I mean, initially sad, right? Helpless, but then again, it's like if we allow these things to continue to hurt us without doing something about it, who are
Yeah.
we? We just the same as somebody else that's not really fighting. So it just put a fire under my behind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To really want to do more,
Yeah.
for community, not just for myself, but for everybody.
Yeah. And I think it's about this, right? It's about whatever power that you have, be if it's a platform, if it's a candlelight, if it's a cash app, something to honor this person and let people know that their life is not in vain.
Absolutely.
And one of the biggest things is the reality is so often it happens to people, and the senselessness of it um, goes without bringing any real revolution,
Yeah.
no real change. So, all right. So we gonna
That was
kick it off.
heavy. That was heavy. Yeah,
Yeah, we gonna
yeah,
lighten it up because
yeah.
it's been a heavy
Woo!
what would you say, 2 weeks, three
Yeah.
weeks?
Happy Black History Month. You
Happy.
know what
Oh,
I'm
we
saying?
coming to the end
Yeah,
of
we
it.
are.
Still
We are.
black as fuck.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Still
Uh-huh.
happy as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So entrance as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we gonna start off with a game. I wanna
Ooh,
entitle this game Drink or Drunk.
drink or
Our
drunk?
Drink or Drunk.
Okay.
Okay. So I want them to be able to get to know us better as a couple.
Okay.
And what we can do is um, ask each other questions and then the person will answer it. And if you fucking with it, you can drink. And if you not fucking with it, you get drunk. And then you can tell your reason why you got a difference of opinion, whatever, whatever. How does that sound to you?
It sounds great. You
All right.
got questions already?
I do got
Oh,
questions. Do you got some questions?
no, I do
No.
not.
Well,
Look,
you really
surprise me.
jazzy. You come off the dome with some things.
Here we go.
Okay. Um. All right. So let me get into my first question.
How she gonna do this to me, y'all?
No, it's okay though. I gotta go back. I should have saved it in my notes.
Solution, not punishment. You
Mm.
already know. Why you looking for it?
Mm.
What you
Oh,
say, baby?
invest in Black trans leadership.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Yeah, get
real.
into it.
Black trans leadership is the new wave. And one of the things that I feel, babe, is I get tired of seeing um not enough Black trans people in leadership. Right, like one of the biggest things is that we have to be the solution to our own demise. And for me, that is the biggest problem is that y'all want to invite trans people to speak and perform and pay them for diversity, but yet you still don't trust them in the ways to take ownership and really affect the change that necessarily needs to happen. Baby, I really don't know where all my questions went that was on here.
So let's switch it up.
Well, let's go.
What you wanna do?
Uh,
Let's do it like never have I ever.
okay,
All
boom.
right.
All right.
You'll go first, since I came with the game.
All right. All right. Never have I ever
Come on, let's see.
had a threesome. No, actually, I never ever have a
No,
foursome.
no, you said threesome first,
Uh,
so it's not my fault. That's you. Come on.
but mine wasn't like a. Okay.
Explain. And then let me see if I can put my
Yeah.
if it's a threesome or not. Explain.
It was a legit. It wasn't. Um,
'Cause I'm not
I
gonna
didn't
break it.
have sex with anybody during the threesome. I just kind of used it to manipulate a ex boyfriend so he could think I was in a threesome.
So what?
Yeah. So.
That's some Gemini shit. That's like
Yeah.
what?
So yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, okay. Well, you shouldn't have drunk. That's technically not
Okay, a threesome.
a threesome. Do you want to have a threesome?
Okay. Yeah, on a given
Oh,
night, I do.
okay,
I do.
okay.
Yeah.
Learning more about my partner every day. Wow, he said
Yeah,
yes.
I would want to have
Safe
one.
and consensual.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course, and fun.
yes.
Your turn.
Ooh, okay. Mm. Man, I can't believe you put me on the spot like this. Let me see. Never have I ever had sex on an airplane.
So, what do we do if we drink if we didn't do it or did do it? We did
If
do
you
it.
did do it, you got to drink. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cheers.
I don't know. I must just want to drink. That's all. I
Yeah.
don't know why I asked that question.
Mm. So we a part of the
You
my
like your
house.
drink?
Yeah, it's nice.
You
It's a
got it
different
nice.
balance. Yeah, it's not. It makes the tequila not as strong. Um,
Good job.
never have I ever. Oh, never have I ever skinny dipped. I never done it.
I'm thinking like, have I ever skinny dip? I mean, it was a technically skinny dipping, but
What was it then?
like I got dared to take all my clothes off and run outside with shaving cream on
Okay. Hmm.
down the street. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And back. So I mean, it's not
Yeah, because
technically
I never
swimming
even
in
ran
the
naked
water.
either.
So should I? That means yes.
Yes, drink.
All right, all
Yeah.
right. You trying to get me drunk or what?
Na, 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 na. Okay.
Oh, it's my question.
Yeah.
All right. Mm. Never have I ever faked an orgasm.
Mm.
Mm.
I would say I have. I would say I have.
I haven't. I don't be playing.
Then I had to get out of it. I had to get out of that.
Well, all I never have I ever is with sex.
Huh? I don't know, but um, okay. Never have I ever stolen my parents' car.
Stolen?
Yes, stolen.
Like without them knowing. I think they always knew. I don't think I stole.
My mama was about to beat my ass.
Maybe I
Okay.
messed it up. I did a whole bunch of stuff when I was
Oh wow.
a kid.
No, that day was deliberate. Me and my cousin KC had jumped in the van
Yeah.
and we was rolling.
Yeah.
And my mama, she swear to God I was on drugs. Like she's like, "Is you on drugs?" I'm like, "No, I just wanted to go see my friends. Like y'all don't let me drive unless I'm running errands for y'all." But I,
Yes.
you got one more? You
Let me
want
see.
one?
Let me see. Um. mm, I'm trying to make it non-sexual, but that's the
Mm.
only thing I can think about at the moment. Let me see.
I mean, that's the game that's kind of designed for.
uh. I don't know.
Well, then I guess we at the end of it.
Yeah,
That's
we at the
fine.
end of it. It's cool. Look.
All right. So a love letter to you, babe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Let's kind of like take it back to February 5th.
Very feel. Let's
All
get it.
right. Um, you want to start?
Yeah,
You
I can
want?
start off.
Okay. All
So, February 5th was a day that really tested our relationship. And I'm gonna tell you how it started off. So we were scheduled to go to court for the custody,
right. Mm-hmm.
and we were indifferent about it as court always is, and we had both decided that we're gonna go get us a Happy Meal, which
Mm-hmm.
is a meal you're not having a good day. You can go ahead and get you a meal and set
Get you
yourself
one.
up right. You know what I mean? So we was like, let's go get us a Happy Meal, new restaurant that we've been to, and so we riding down the street, we talking about whatever, just
Mm-hmm. Being us.
enjoying the moment. And it was a car in front of us that kept, they was driving by the way. A car in front of us just kind of kept driving, like, look, erratically stopping, not sure where it was going. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, it was kind of weird. And so, as soon as we had done bust that right, you know what I'm saying, we got roped off. 3 police officers jumped out, you know what I'm saying, they get out, and I was confused. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. It happened so fast. They pretty much put her in handcuffs. That's what she had a
Mm-hmm.
warrant. She was like, she ain't know nothing about no warrant, and they just took her.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like my whole world was just flipped upside down. I didn't
Yeah.
know what to do. And y'all, I'm not from Detroit, so it was more like, where am I at? Where am I going? It was crazy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then I had to get myself together. The first person I called was my bro Mel. Shout out to my bro Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
A love letter to you.
yeah, already. I
Okay.
appreciate you, bro. Um, he calmed me down, went to the police station, and they pretty much want to tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. They was
Yeah.
like, she hasn't been charged with anything. We don't know. Come back in the morning, go to the courthouse at like 9 o'clock. So I was there, y'all, like 8 o'clock. Like just sitting in the parking lot, like, what's up? Waiting on babe.
Yeah.
Like,
And
so
see, during that time when I think I was still in shock because I've never been apprehended in that type of way.
yeah.
That ain't never been something that I've experienced before. And so soon as they put me in the handcuffs, I was
Mm,
still in shock, but I knew it was like I was living in reality and I'm like, how am I gonna get out of this? Like what could I have possibly done to even put myself in
yeah.
this situation? So I was just so baffled and I just instantly started praying. And so the guy was like, huh, what are you saying? And I was like, nothing. I'm just back here praying. Can I do that? And he's like, oh yeah, that's fine. I thought you needed something or you was too cold. And I was just like, no.
Mm,
Because in that moment,
mm,
I knew I needed God. Like I knew I needed something bigger than myself because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And so, um, yeah, and he couldn't really tell me nothing. He was just like, you don't know what you're being charged with? No, I do not. Um, well, they'll tell you once we get to the station.
mm,
For a trans person in this country to be arrested in that way or even handled without even knowing what you're about to be faced with is a scary reality, a really, really scary reality. But go ahead.
Oh, where was I? Yeah, so then I was at the courthouse in the morning. Of course, went in there. They was like, "Yeah, she gonna see the court at the judge today, but we don't have no information." I'm like, "What do you mean?" So I was just frustrated. I didn't know what was going on. They kept sending me back and forth and back and forth. So I still just stayed in the parking lot. I was praying. I was just hoping I could just send positive vibes.
Yeah.
Cause of course, my baby did not know my phone number, y'all. So
I
she could
did
not
not.
call
I
me,
did not.
and her phone was dead.
Yeah.
So it was everything that was like that could have
Yeah.
happened.
What's going wrong?
Yeah, it was just
I
going wrong.
didn't.
Yeah.
My wallet with my ID was in the car.
Yep.
Um, you just don't. I think sometimes you get so carefree about the routine of your life that you don't think about these things in such a split second.
Mm,
So I was just like, oh, I don't know his number. I can't call. He ain't gonna know what's going on, and that made me even more sadder. Like,
yeah.
how am I supposed to even tell him not to lose his shit and not to be sad and I'm okay? But I wasn't okay. It's like it was cold as hell. They kept giving me nasty food, and I was sitting on this brick, and I just couldn't fathom what
Mm,
I'm even here for. So we see these shows all the time where people mistakenly get processed for something that they didn't do, and so
yeah.
I was just like, what is going on? What is happening? It wasn't until I got to talk to the detective the next
Was it the
day.
next day? Yeah, after
hmm
court, or was it before court?
It was before court. It was
Okay.
before court.
Oh yeah, you right because I was in class. I ended up going to class, and then the detective called me and let me know what was
hmm
the surrounding. I was like, and I already knew what it was about and who it was, and I knew it wasn't. I knew it was the truth
Yeah, yeah,
regardless, but
yeah,
I was like, hell no, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? But he was nice because I gave him my number and I told him, can he please give you my number? And
yeah.
he said he'll put it on the file. So shout out to
But
Detective Oliver.
yeah, I didn't even get a chance to. I still hadn't heard, even though I talked to the detective, I didn't know what my charges were at that moment. I still was just, he was just trying to get information about
Mm-hmm.
what can you tell me. So I'm just trying to tell him what the situation is, the only thing that makes sense. Um, and then I had court. So when they give me court and they tell me, they don't really give you an option
Mm.
to say it's just innocent or guilty, like not innocent, not guilty, not all those things.
These are the charges.
Yeah.
That's it.
And when he said you are being charged with 3 counts of life with a minimum of 25 each,
Mm.
y'all, I think my soul left my body because I said, huh? Like how am I facing life charges with
For doing
something
nothing. Like,
literally going to court to get my child back
right.
and I'm facing life charges? 3 counts in this climate with a trial. And y'all already got me locked up. So even the thought of knowing that I'm innocent, the
Mm-hmm.
fact that y'all already arrested me
Right.
gave me false hope. That was crazy.
And I didn't find out what the charges were until after you called me on the phone at the court and you was
hmm
like,
And
well,
that's
my
when they
bond
set my bond.
500.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I was like, oh, he was like, come. I was like, I'm already in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It took them longer to do the paperwork and give me a
Yeah. That's
receipt than
true.
it took me to be there. I was on it. Like,
Yeah. And
I ain't know what to
so
do, but
when I'm
I did
thinking,
what I
babe,
needed
to
to do.
hit the bond, I'm thinking I'm out just
Yeah, no,
there.
me too.
They shipped me to another jail to get a
Yup.
tether.
Yup.
So I didn't even get out when I bonded out. I got out. I had to go to Wayne and sit there for
2 days.
2 more days.
Yep. That's what it was. To
Yep.
get a tether.
To get a tether. And I almost didn't get out then because I didn't know your number by heart.
Right.
And if I couldn't get nobody to verify the address we live at,
Yeah. But see, I was calling. I was calling every hour. Is she on the list? What you gotta go through? What I gotta like? I was on. I even went to the location they told me. They was like, just wait, she'll call you. I went down there,
yeah.
and then I found out that the other little cadet, she sent me to the wrong address. I'm just sitting in a vacant parking lot, lost. You know what I'm saying? I had to go ahead and Google, find a number, call people, got to the right address, sat in the parking lot. She wasn't even there yet. Ended up
hmm
going home. Then you got there. it was just crazy. But because I kept calling, they knew my number was in the
Mhm.
phone working. So
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
just
and then one of the things was like, soon as I got there, they was making bets about my transness. They was already like trying to humiliate me
mm,
and just make me uncomfortable. But I'm still numb at this point because I'm just like still not in all of what is going on or what
right.
transpired or why am I even at a second location? Like why am I being held at a second jail? Then you gotta get naked.
Mm,
You know, you gotta do all these things and it was just unruly, right? And one officer was he let me know he wasn't fucking with me. Like
mm,
he out the gate was just like, I'm not fucking with her at all and I'm gonna make her
yeah,
uncomfortable every chance I get. But that experience was very humbling to say the least. And what it taught me was to appreciate that I had a partner that cared enough about my well being. And when shit got hard, you didn't fold. And
yeah,
so that I really, really appreciated.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of having a partner that's attentive,
Mm-hmm.
and because we didn't even have a plan for these things,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
so that was the most scariest part. Like, what do I do? Who do I call? I hadn't had no emergency number, nothing. So,
Yeah.
but because of my, my intelligence and just me being aware of, who you talking to and who's your
Mm-hmm.
best friends, and
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
being in tune with those things, I was able to call the right people. I even went into an email and was able to go ahead and call, your
Yeah.
other lawyer. Like, I
Yeah.
was on it, detective, whatever I had to do, I did it. And
Yeah.
so, although it was a very trying time, I'm just so grateful that I can just rely on my faith and rely on, the things that my strengths, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to get me past those
Yeah,
things.
and y'all, I had on, I had on a white dress and some thigh high
Oh, we
boots.
was looking good.
They
Okay.
said the party's here. They gonna have fun with you, girl. You gotta take that off. You gotta take that out. And I was like, oh my god, like it's just being stripped of
Mm,
what's you, right? And I think for so many trans people, it's so important that how we show our expression and how we have our identity so invested in how we present ourselves
yeah.
so important. And when you in there, you strip from all of that. And I only could think about all the people that are of our community that's in there for either being themselves, especially with now all of this
Mm,
anti-trans legislation that's
yeah.
going on, and people who was like me who was wrongly accused
Accused.
of something just sitting in there for no reason, right? They got their systems and nothing is moving, nobody is telling you nothing, and I felt utterly powerless. Like you could go through this way of living
Mm,
and it could be disrupted so quick without. So my heed to y'all is that don't think that your money is going to save you. Don't think that your degrees and your intellect will change. At the end of the day, when you become a property of the state, that's it.
that's it.
They don't give a fuck who you is, who you know. None of that, all of that goes out of the window. And especially if you don't have real connections or real people that's gonna hold you down and check on
Family
you and make sure,
support,
yeah, and especially
resources.
doing sex work, right? Like
Yeah.
they get mad about these systems that are in place, but for a lot of people, that's the avenue that they have to make ends meet. And if
Right.
you keep locking these people up for that, it's kind of counterproductive for them to ever subscribe to getting past that because now you done made it. Now it's a felony, right? And it
Right.
went from so many misdemeanors to a
Mm,
felony, and now you can't make bond, and now you've been in jail for a long time, and really you're just trying to survive. It was a very
right.
humbling experience. I tell you that. I tell you that.
So speaking of humbling experiences,
Hmm.
what do you feel are the, now let's say, top 3 to 5 lessons that you learned from this whole ordeal?
Uh, I would say one, you never let your faith waver.
Mm.
I knew the God that I served
Ding,
was
ding,
gonna
ding,
see
ding,
me
ding, ding,
through
ding.
that, but I never knew how to pray on demand. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I don't know why that was my first go to. That it, you know, because I'm like, this man could beat my ass. I don't know because it's Black History Month. You want to make an example out of it. It
Right.
was just so many thoughts running through your mind,
Right.
and I'm glad that you know recently I've been making this reconnection with my faith and really standing in that because that's all I had. That's all I had in that moment was to hope that I can get through all of this and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be fine. Secondly, I would say I learned how strong I really am. I've always thought about, oh no, I'm not that type of girl because I can't survive and I'll never be able to do it. Literally, when your abuser puts you through all the things that you once feared and that's
Mm-hmm.
no longer a fear of yours, what is there outside of that? Like, is you realize that you can live through it.
Right.
You know, the ridicule, the mental manipulation, the now my freedom, right? And the most hurtful task is to think about another black trans individual wanting that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like ultimately you want my freedom to be taken from me. And so um three, I would say never underestimate how far somebody with a broken soul will go.
Ooh.
A broken soul don't have nothing to do but destruction.
Hey.
And four, I would say it was a confirmation that I had chose the right person to spend the rest of my life with.
Ooh, ooh,
Hey,
ooh,
hey,
ooh,
hey, hey,
ooh,
hey.
ooh.
Um, and lastly, I would say that it is okay to voice your truth. I think when I was going through all of this, one, the shame of
Mm-hmm.
other people's opinion, but fuck them folks.
Yeah.
Fuck them people. They didn't know what I was going through the past 6 years.
Mm.
And then when I was saying this, people on the internet, oh, you doing too much. And you why is it too much when the negative and the opposing side
Right.
is saying it for y'all entertainment? But when
Right.
I'm dropping facts and gems and actual proof, y'all don't want to hear that because it's too easy. You know, and we seen that in the numbers.
Yeah, people love toxicity, so.
Y'all love when I read a bitch down, but when I was trying to get y'all the nice subtle read, y'all ain't like that. So, those the
It's a
five
both
things I
and.
learned. Yeah. What would you say you learned in that experience?
Um, First and foremost, I would say I learned how to be more patient. Um, because I was alone, right? Like it's not like I was in my own city where I could just pick up and call somebody to come over
Mm-hmm.
and chill or whatever the case may be. Like I was literally alone, but I felt so connected. It's weird to explain it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was physically alone, but I was more spiritually connected to you than
Yeah.
ever before.
No, for
I
real.
remember one day, just walking down the street and I was seeing the moon and the sun at the same time, and I was just looking up at the sun and the moon, and I would just say something like, "All right, babe, I hope you listening to me, you hear me, you feel me." I was just sending those positive vibes, not
Yeah.
just saying, but actually doing it, and I could literally like feel your presence like coming back to me. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
very profound. I had never like really experienced anything like that, or even went that deep inside myself
Mm-hmm.
for anybody else. Um, so that's number one. Two, I would say I learned how to show up for you
Yeah.
during these trying times.
Mm.
Uh, it was so scary, but I couldn't let you see, my weaknesses. I had to stand up for you and just be there,
Yeah.
even though sometimes I didn't even know uh, what was going on. I had to also number three,
Yeah.
respect where you were, respect, you know, how traumatic the experience was for you. I know a lot of times when you hear me speak, it's like, oh, you got that military background, so you used to, you know, being deployed and living within your means and not having and just, what I'm saying, surviving and just embracing that suck, right?
Yeah.
And so it was easy for me to kind of fall back into that routine, but it was more disheartening that I couldn't help you in ways like you had to help yourself. But
Yeah.
being able to see that was even more profound. So I'm grateful for all of those moments. Uh, what I'm on three, four. I'm on
Yeah.
four.
You on three. Well, now you're on 4.
I'm on 4. Okay. I also learned how to not let people get under my skin. Okay, like the enemy was tagging me,
Mhm.
trying, saying my name, uh, and I did not uh get weary. Right, I didn't go to his page lurking. I didn't care to see what he was saying. I just literally was like, I'm letting God handle that. And
Mhm.
before
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
would have spazzed out,
Mhm.
especially when I was sitting there alone. I could have went to an address and did all those things. I was like, no, I'm not gonna let the enemy take my energy.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's what I learned. Not letting the enemy take my energy.
And then what I had learned is that it would have behooved you, bitch, to leave me alone with my husband. Like I think sometimes people think because your notion is so nice and you so pleasant, sometimes you could say shy or timid. Whatever your thing is, I think people play on that and think that's all you are, and that you're not multifaceted and have different sides. We all have a shadow side, and so for me, it was just like, what did I ever do to you so deeply
Mm-hmm.
that you would do this, right? Like, not only, so take it a step further, not only when I was sitting in jail, y'all are looking for clickbait. Like, y'all are talking about me on the internet and making it a thing to get your likes up. And it'd be one thing if I had millions of followers. It would be one thing if like y'all were making money from this.
Right.
Um, but it literally was fueled by hate.
Right.
Like it literally was fueled because of your disdain for me. And that's fine. But you never made that so aware prior to that
Especially when we
situation.
just saw the person in the club two
Yeah.
weeks prior and there was no pressure.
There was none given,
None.
none given.
None.
So
Like, where did it
it's just
come
like
from?
what? So weird. But I be the one is it's just several things.
Mm,
You I don't play about. My child I don't play about.
absolutely.
My money. So two out of the no, actually all three they came
Yeah,
around
no,
too.
no,
Yeah,
y'all
just
did y'all big one. No,
yeah.
for real,
Y'all
for
play with
real.
all of it.
Yeah.
Um, but to me, sometimes it just got to go there. Sometimes it just you have to show people that you're not to be fucked with.
Mm,
And unfortunately, to think about people who don't have anything to lose,
mm,
you'll lose a job behind that. You'll lose your freedom behind that. You'll lose your sanity behind that. Like it was real, real. So while other people, I lost gigs behind their actions,
absolutely.
like real opportunities. And so this accountability when we talk about community and being in partnership or what people just put out on one sided internet. Like if you do not have fact, if you do not know, stop trusting everything you hear on that. And
Mm,
so now I look at the
can't trust
internet
everybody.
so different.
I tried to tell you.
I look at the
I
internet
tried
so
to tell
different.
you.
Um, but yeah, so now with everything that I be in face, I be trying to get my money back up because y'all got me let go from a job. And so I'm gonna start having t-shirts available for y'all
Okay.
to help
We need
me.
the bell. Ting, 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 ting,
Yeah.
ting, 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 ting,
Ting
ting,
ting
ting,
ting.
ting, ting, ting.
Oh, it's right
Y'all
here.
support. Yeah, yeah. Hit that bell,
Okay,
baby.
we
Hit
gonna
that
have some
bell. We gotta,
merch. We got new merch
yeah.
for y'all.
We gotta get money
We got to
somehow.
get
You
some
know what I'm
money
saying?
somehow. We got
Yeah.
to be creative.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not posting no OnlyFans, but I got shirts for y'all. If you would like to get your Mad Maddie shirt, we have one mugshot from the beauty supply store, but we have an exclusive one too from the shoe store that I was telling y'all about that will also come. They'll be going for $30. You can hit my Cash App and my DM with your size, and we'll also have an additional Lame Liam shirt. You can get the dotted eye or you could get the titty mark, whatever you like. Those four shirts will be in our Mouthy merch. So hit us up and we can get those shirts out to you so I can start paying back these fees and these bills from not working these past couple of weeks because we
Yeah.
got shit to do.
Yeah.
And so one thing I really actually like this shirt. I think this is cute. I picked this one versus the other mug shot because I feel like at this time she's looking more womanly and the other one is questionable. So I just wanted to honor her and give her something where she was looking ladylike while stealing. But yeah, we can move that right
Yeah,
along.
and let's get back to love.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to love. So I heard you had wrote a love letter to your boy.
Yes, I did.
You did?
I did.
Ooh, I
Well,
want to
I
hear.
didn't write it down, but
You
I
ain't
did.
write it
No,
down.
no, it's always in me. No, for real, babe. You know how I
She
get, and
told
I'm.
me to write mine down, but then
Oh,
she
you
ain't write
wrote
hers
yours
down.
down.
Of
You probably.
course I
I
did.
had a meeting, y'all. Like life was life,
Life
but
do be life.
uh-huh. But what I will say for you, babe, I, I'm such a crier. I feel like I've been crying more than I've have ever since. Um, but I love that all the thoughts. I'll tell you one thought that when you in jail, you have all these thoughts about what it was, and even though I didn't know the future, once I knew the charges
Mm,
and I was shipped to that second one, I was like, how do I let this person stay here for a lifetime commitment
mm.
if I have to do a life sentence? Not one, but three of them, right? Like, how would I be able to just see him come up here and see me every like it would get to
Cause
a
we
point.
married.
I get it. I get it, but I was
At
gonna
the
free
time,
you.
okay, let me
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
listen and not judge.
I was gonna
That's what we
free
should have
you.
played.
Yeah.
We
Well,
listen and we don't judge. That's
that
next time, y'all.
yeah,
We
the next
listen and we don't
episode.
judge. But anyway, keep
Um
going.
yeah, I was having these thoughts about like how far into this sentence would I free you from having to have that
But
responsibility
who
or
said?
before life.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Listen
before
and
life.
don't judge. I
It's
keep.
just my thought.
Go
That's
ahead.
all it
I'm
was.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I love you enough for that to be that. Like I wouldn't want that to be your entire life. And then it's also that reality of what do you do? Like your freedom or your child, right? And those two pivotal things, what choice would you make? And so
Mm,
I was having to really be real with myself about the possibility of not bringing other people into my shit, even if it was at the hands of someone else.
yeah.
Yeah. But my love letter to you
I
is
was
that
like, where's the love?
I love genuinely everything about you and your loyalty to me. And even if we didn't come into this love the way that we probably necessarily wanted to, it was deeper than us. And I understand it. And there's no way I could have properly survived through this alone by myself. I I know that God got a plan for us that's bigger than us.
Mm,
I don't know what that is, but I've always said that our love would be able to be transformative and it would change the
mm,
world. And I truly believe that in the way you show me, even now, when being in that situation, those are the things we used to argue about before. That shit don't even, I'd be like, that don't matter.
yeah,
Let's get to the real
no,
shit.
for
Like,
real.
cause, and you realize that this person still choose you no matter what. And that any given time you could have said this was too much,
Mm,
throw the towel in, and you didn't, and you stayed with me. And even though you feel like I've given you that same grace,
you
it's just
have.
appreciative. Thank you. It's appreciative to see it because I think sometimes as a trans woman, we don't necessarily believe wholeheartedly that we're deserving of that kind of love. And so people can think what they will about being braggadocious or how our life and love is on the internet.
Mm,
But I genuinely know that at the thick of it, the shit that people don't see from me, when they don't see my breakdowns and my insecurities and all of those things, you handle it and you put me back together. And that's the thing that like makes my soul happy. And we genuinely have a good time together. Like I laugh so much
yeah.
with you, whether it's at 3 a.m. Um, yeah, and just the thought of what life has for us, I wouldn't want to live it with not another individual. So, you know, the niggas be looking, but I'm locked. Okay. Okay.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Come give me a kiss.
Mm. Come
How
here.
is it?
You can leave me here.
I
To the
can't
daddy.
hear
Ooh.
Nah, we did that.
Yeah, period.
That was the slow version, y'all. We
Yeah.
old. We can't be moving that fast.
No, for real. All right. Now let me hear what you got
That was
going on.
beautiful, baby. I love you.
Oh, thank you, babe. You know, it's real. When it's real, it's real.
Yeah. Now you gonna make me seem like, you know what I'm saying? Because I wrote mine down
Oh,
and
shit.
I went all deep with it.
Oh, let me listen and not judge. Mm, mm,
Anyways,
yeah.
you want the love story or not?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Or a love letter, I mean.
Yeah.
All right. When life threw us into This storm, your arrest, the false accusations, and the battle to prove your truth, I knew it could break us. But what I see now, standing on the other side of those dark days, is that it didn't break us. It built us. It took our love, put it through the fire, and made it something unshakable. I never forget the strength in your eyes when everything seems so uncertain. I watched you choose your child's safety over your own freedom, and it hit me hard. And that kind of bravery isn't just inspiring, it's life changing. Sorry.
No, it's okay, babe.
You remind me so much of my mom in those moments. The way your motherly instincts are gentle and fierce. You have this incredible ability to protect, nurture, and love no matter what the cost. Our marriage has surely transformed. We've been tested in ways I couldn't have never imagined, and I'm so thankful for how it has shaped us. I've learned to be more patient, not just with you, but with myself. I had to figure out when to speak up and when to simply just hold you and let my presence be the comfort you always needed. I'm still learning,
Mm,
baby. But I want you to know that every step of the way, my heart was right there with you. There were moments when I felt helpless, like I didn't know how to make things better, but through it all, I never once thought about stepping away from you. The thought of leaving you never even crossed my mind. Instead, I just focused on keeping my mind and my spirit healthy so I could stand strong with you. I wanted to be a safe place
you was.
and the person you could lean on when it just felt too heavy. What we're going through has changed me for the better. It's deepened my love for you, sharpened my sense of gratitude, and for sure solidified my faith.
Yeah.
I'm grateful not just for surviving this together, but for the closeness we found along the way. I cherish the quiet moments, and we had a lot of those.
Hmm.
The raw conversations, and even the silence when words weren't needed, just when you place my hand in yours. I want you to know that I see you. I see your strength, your courage, your love for your child, and your fight for justice. I see the woman who held her head high, even when the world seemed intent on knocking her down. And I couldn't be prouder to call you my wife. Thank you for letting me walk this journey with you. Thank you for showing me what resilience looks like. Thank you for trusting me with your fears and your hopes and your tears. I love you more than words can say, and I promise to keep showing up for you each and every day.
Thank you, babe.
I love you,
I
baby.
love you too. You did so good.
Sorry for the
I'm
tears,
trying not to cry. No, seriously, because I cried a lot. But that means a lot to me. I think genuinely when you have somebody who love you the way that we love each other during this time through the Trump administration, you gonna need that. Like we don't know what tomorrow may bring. We
Absolutely.
don't know how um when they say erase us, like how can you erase what you didn't create?
Mm,
You know what I
speak
mean?
my
Like
name.
from all of that, whether it's blackness, immigrant, like you didn't have any hand in that. And so what makes you think that you have the power to take it away? Trans people will exist after your 4 years,
Right,
sir.
right.
Yeah.
We here to stay. What are you talking about?
And so thank you for that. And even for my child, it's like I know she don't understand all the things and the things that she do understand may be hard to grasp because it's one sided. But the love I have for her. I will always fight for her. I will always be there. I will. You just have to, and I think the world needs to start seeing that trans women can be nurturing and
Hello,
mothers, and
hello.
we are not your ideas of sexual predators, and we are not your people because it's so crazy that y'all take y'all
Mm,
sexual um deviance on us and our bodies, and you use that as the same thing as you think that we weaponize it in a way with other people, and we're just simply existing. We are really just trying to make our bodies a home for us to
just like
house our
you.
soul. Yeah. And so at this time, if people allow us to be erased, they have to know their erasure soon after. It comes, it's a domino effect. It's not one or the other. It's not those people. That's fear mongering. There is nothing separating us. We all are all striving to have our own individual dreams and aspirations and love to come to fruition. Um, but for it to not be that, right? Like it's just crazy to me. But I just adore you. And Jamie, thank you for
Yes, shout out to Jamie. Y'all cover it up.
all of your support for being just a kick ass person that's down and loyal.
Supportive.
And yeah, I started with you. I'm always in with you. And like, I just thank you for believing in my vision to be able to curate this and support me in the ways that execute my vision the right way. Yeah, of
Hmm.
course. Um, yeah, baby. So
Who else you want to thank me for?
it's so many people to thank. I think it's so important to thank all of my close friends. I think y'all know y'all 101. Um, the people who did tune in, I know some of it was shady, but I think if you now stumbled upon Miss Mouthy podcast or the Maldives or wanting to just follow Grayson because y'all can't believe he looks so good
Ah,
and
come on, man.
yeah,
That's
I
not
mean, I'm
happening.
just
You
saying, let
just
me
want to be
cook.
nosy.
Just, but it's all right. Ain't nothing
Everybody
over
can't be
here but
my
love.
friend. You see what my friends at? I'm at
Ain't nothing
300,
over
man.
here but love. But look, because now it's time to get it, and I'm just thankful that now my name has been cleared, and I'm glad that I can now walk forward with my head high and have my freedom to myself. Like that is the hardest thing. I never gave a damn about what people thought, but it's still the fact of those words
Mm,
can still have looming effects on that. Like, people may not want to hire you because of that. People can um
that's right.
have that ideology, or I don't want my child to have to walk in a room and people think that's the reality of her life.
Right.
That's further from the truth. And so, it's just taking back your power and keeping your faith high and
Absolutely.
knowing who in your camp.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah, we went to we went to Valentine's Day, y'all, at a church event.
Oh yeah, we did.
Had a great time. But I ain't gonna lie, I was a little humiliated to have to like have a tether on and
But we
but
still showed up. We
yeah,
showed out.
and had a good
We
time.
did. You got compliment. We both got
Yeah,
compliments.
you just
It
gotta
was a
wear it
time.
well. The
Yeah.
things that's meant to break you really build you, and there's nothing else that I could ever do. And the antidote
Yeah.
to hate is gonna always be
We
love.
love exactly. Ain't let that nigga stop our show.
Yeah,
Shit.
no, not never did. Um,
Uh,
anybody you wanna?
yeah. Of course, I would like to thank my ITU brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Like I know sometimes y'all hear me say, "Oh, brotherhood, this ain't no game." Like they was there for me. You know.
Thank y'all
Thank you so
for
much.
being there for him.
BU organization
Yeah, yeah.
definitely stepped up and made sure I was good. You know what I'm saying? Had my head on straight. Uh, Black Trans Blessings. I gotta give a
Mm-hmm.
shout out to my boy
Mm-hmm.
Josiah, my godfather. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you always just kept my head on straight. You taught me out of some things and I was talking crazy. And normally, you know what I'm saying, it'd be you the one that's rowdy, like, yo, let's go. But you was definitely um
Yeah. And his
my
wife,
sanity, you know what I'm
Twin,
saying?
reached
And
out.
twin
And,
Brianna, thank
yeah.
you, sis. Appreciate you.
Mhm.
I said Black Trans Blessings. Let
But
me
yeah,
both of
they.
y'all. Yeah. um And anybody that I made a list out.
Seven,
Oh, seven for sure.
Jasmine.
Seven, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Um, who else? Just
Yeah, we had a long list of
yeah,
people.
we did.
Royal, Tasha. I don't know if people want to be named, but y'all know who y'all
Yeah, yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah,
Y'all
yeah. We
know
can't think of all of y'all,
that.
but you know who you are. We
Yeah.
love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for all your support before, during, and afterwards. We appreciate everything you've ever done
Hmm.
for us, and it definitely those prayers definitely worked. Okay,
Yes, and again, get your merch. Support, support
nah, for real, because
black
we lost a
business.
job. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
because
It's
one thing about me, I'm gonna get to the big. Whether
big.
it's on my dime, whether it's on um my name, whatever. But we got merch coming down the line, and we gonna keep this thing moving, and hold people accountable. Like hold people accountable for the things that they say and do, because this was. I think this shapes. Now you got a deeper understanding why I am the way I am about community and why I have a hard time trusting folks. I make I make trauma look good. That I can say. I make trauma look good.
Okay,
I'm very resilient, even though I don't like that word. But we get through
it
shit.
look good on you,
Yeah,
baby.
you know what I mean? It's the DNA. Our ancestors have pushed through. When you lose that power and that faith and all of those things, you really have to tap in and you have to lock in and you gotta know
Mhm.
you'll get through it at the
But the
end of
thing
it.
about it, that see, what I don't think you realize that you was already preparing for these things.
Hmm.
Like your
Hmm.
faith was already getting strengthened. You, like
Hmm.
I told you in the early episode, like you just brought me back to God,
Hmm.
brought me back closer to God, and made me
Hmm.
realize how important that relationship is. So when these things did happen,
Hmm.
we just went back to what our foundation
Hmm.
was.
Yeah, no,
You
for
know what I'm saying?
real.
Because it was already being built. So
Yeah, and with us, like when you got somebody who you know gonna love you and got you, like from the first day that we connected,
mhm.
I had already had it in my mind. What's yours is mine, and what's our like I anything I had was already yours. Like you got access to free range over here. Like whatever you need, I got you. Um, yeah, cause you could get on a plane today, okay, and come to Detroit. It ain't no thing.
Yeah.
Come home where you belong. And Cardi, I love you.
Yeah, Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
come
Uh huh.
on, man. We're
Uh
gonna
huh.
keep going.
You know, this the ones. They the ones.
D'Angelo, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Let's,
yep,
you know what I'm
yep,
saying?
yep.
Come on,
D.
girl.
Ooh, D. D had me in T. All y'all had me in T.
No,
I
she was
think all of
crying
them. They
every day.
every time I had to talk to
Hmm.
somebody that I love, I would just break down crying. Especially if they ask, "How am I?" Like that
Hmm.
question, I am shook. I am fucked up. I am not believing that I worked so hard to get away from this man for 6 years, and all I want is my child, and somehow I'm facing life.
As a law-abiding citizen, I can't
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah. Never
Just
had
based off
trouble
your
with the
trans
life.
identity and the
Yeah.
lies that was spread, it was just over 6 years. I just
And then
couldn't
you
believe it.
allow other cisgender women to attack the mother of your child.
Crazy.
Where do you women come from? Like what why are y'all mad at me? What did I ever do to y'all? Outside of being trans, like that is when
I
transphobia
think that's what it
rear.
really is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's transphobia at its highest degree. And when another trans person sit by idly and let that rock, know that you next. Because I ain't never out of the 6 years, even in the disagreement with my devil,
Mm.
I never let people misgender him. Never.
Never.
I don't play those type of games because you gonna do it to him, you gonna do it to me. It's just not a thing. It's too many other shady shit that you could talk about a person in to go there, right? Um, but yeah, I just say thank you for all that you are. And the great thing is what we now can set forth the motion because y'all didn't just woke up a beast.
Love and activism, baby.
It's nothing about when you think that your freedom is gone and the possibilities of all the things you wanted to achieve could be out of your grasp.
Hmm.
Oh, baby, it's just the beginning. It's up and it's the
Well, don't kill us, make us stronger, baby.
hey period. And so, well, I guess the cat out the bag. Nah, they know we didn't
What ain't
married. Yeah, real big energy.
Hey, the truth shall set you free.
Okay. And
Uh,
that y'all in this Black Month, what should we give them for a call to action tomorrow?
Okay,
Y'all
what
know
we doing?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do not go anywhere. Do not make any purchases. Don't do anything.
No online, no in the store. Just stay
Mm-mm.
home, chill.
Chill.
You know what I'm saying? Think about some Black History facts this
Yeah.
last month. Learn something,
Yes.
teach something, show something. You
And be
know,
kind. And so
yeah.
it's the
It's
Mouthies.
the Maldives.
Um, know that we love you. The love letter is for you. Keep tuning in. Keep watching. Keep supporting us. Um, yeah. So it's your girl, Miss Mouthy.
Yeah.
Even when you what? Don't see me, you hear me.
It's your boy, Mr. Maldy, and even when you what don't hear me, you definitely see me.
I see you, baby.
Hey.
Okay. Bye.